How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh. Well, I finished watching X-Files Reopened. And I have some basic problems with it, but the reviews I've been seeing, it's bad. They hate it. I didn't think it was that bad in some ways. In other ways, I thought it was terrible. One guy, there's no explanation of what they've been doing for the last 22, 26 years. Why they left the FBI. What Mulder's been doing. And the whole show goes in this conspiracy, supposedly. They bring a guy that the first thing I thought of was Alex Jones, and so did other reviews I saw. And he's talking about everything's false flags from 9/11. He ties it all back to Roswell. They did a great job on this. A full-size saucer, the Roswell crash. And I don't want to tell you what goes on, but they jumped around. They go from the girl to Scully in a hospital working on kids born with no ears, back to Mulder, back to Roswell, back to the Alex Jones guy running around a limousine with Scully and Mulder. Then they bring in a replica alien craft that works on free energy and can disappear in an instant. They're just, it's like throw the kitchen sink in. And none of it ties in very well except Mulder and this Alex Jones type guy. They're convinced conspiracy, and then he's shut down. And well, it's just too much. But since I started reading about the paranormal with my first book, the Charles Fort books, Low, and other books, listened to Long John Neville, Ira Blue, Hilly Rose, long before Coast to Coast AM, when he was on KNEW in Oakland. Read the Charles Adamski book, the Frank Scully book, where they took Scully's name, the Daniel Fort book, the Flying Saucers and the Three Men. They knew too much about flying saucers. Morris K. Jessup, Frank Edwards, Donald Keogh. Everything I could read on UFOs I've read. But it's not just UFOs. What's out there? Do these things exist? Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Nessie, the Jersey Devil. Are UFOs real? Are they... I don't think people are imagining them. There's too many sightings. Mulder mentions at one point they go through a history of UFOs. They show the Washington, D.C. sightings. I lived there then. I don't even remember seeing them, but I'm sure it was in the papers. 57, I would have been 5 years old. And we moved from Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. So, but what's out there? What are they telling us and what are they not telling us? That's what I've always been questioning. I don't believe our government. They spy on us now, they spied on us then. Back then, they had the authority to frighten people saying, you say anyone will kill you. Now you say them, they'll put you in prison, incommunicado for life. Another kind of death sentence with the Patriot Act, the NSA, the supposed FEMA camps they've built that some have seen and others have never seen. Now, I really should look on Google Earth and see if I could see an actual FEMA camp. I don't know if they exist or not. They take over supposedly Walmarts as detention camps, close Walmarts. And Walmart is closing tons of stores. Why? Because every time I go to Walmart, the place is packed. So why are these stores losing money if they're closing them? Or is there a more sinister agenda to Walmart, Macy's, and other places closing stores around the country? I don't know. I don't know if the truth is out there or the lie is out there. Or as Scully said, the truth is out there and the lies are out there. I think they could have done better with this episode. And I think that they could have I just put this out to get it out in a hurry for the fan base, I think. Another episode was happening tonight. I won't get to see it for 8 days. I'll watch it. But if this is the best they can do in 6 episodes, then it's going to be a sorry return series. And I'll just break down my first couple of seasons of The X-Files and watch that and still wonder if the truth is out there. They didn't tell Bill Clinton. They told Jimmy Carter, but told him to shut up about it. George Herbert Walker Bush certainly knew about it. So did Dick Cheney and Rumsfeld. The only people the Russians knew about it, the Brazilians, the French, the Belgians, the British, the Australians, the Chinese. The only people who don't know about it are the American people, who pay their taxes for the black projects that the secret government uses to spy and prey on its citizens, and to turn us into living to a police state with police militarization. And Mulder says that we're on the way to that in any minute. I don't believe that now, but it could happen. We have to be eternally vigilant. And we're being distracted all the time by entertainment types, blacks fomenting that there's no black actors being nominated for the Oscar. Well, you know, that's so stupid because it's voted on by members of the Academy. Some of them happen to be black. So if they decide this person's work is not worthy of being nominated for an Oscar, then that's their choice. There's too much balkanization out there. Everybody's in their own little niche. I'm black, I'm white, I'm Asian, I'm Chicano, I'm Latino, gay, transsexual, homosexual, bisexual. But how many of us are Americans? How many of us out there stand up for what's right? How many of us would go to the mattresses if the government did try to take over? Or would just go off like sheep, like Soylent Green, to the conveyor belts or the camps? I don't know. But that's things this show, this episode brought up. They should have stayed with that and not jumped all over the place. But they did a great job with the Roswell sequence. So, all right, I'm jumping around a bit too, but I don't know how to review an episode like this because it's too disjointed. And they made a big deal about it with a big trailer on YouTube, saying how great it was going to be. And they do a show, they're doing shows in the mythology, and they're doing standalone shows. That's supposed to come next. But where do you go in 6 episodes? Will it be a case of the truth is still out there or the crap is out there? I don't know. All right, have a great night, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.